We got Juve, sbarco la viola per Quadrato, Napoli con Alonso Mo vada per Parolo, Ballo resta al Milan.
Enough with the mercato, enough!
But
enough.
it's like,
Can't take it.
Or why your wife has General Hospital, we have Il Mercato, no? Cari amici sportivi, welcome to this late edition of Red Card Weekly, here where we mostly speak about SerieA, sometimes some international, sometimes some European, and yes, this week about Mercato. And while we're not professionals, nor do we pretend to be. I have always faithfully to my right, Steve. During this holiday season, I probably gained a good 10 pounds. But when Allegri said he was leaving, I really fainted and hit the ground. Polillo? Yeah! And I am Vince. Ieri la nonna mi ha fatto il riso con la scalone. Ed è questo mercato veramente sono rimasto senza parole. Tavernings. Welcome guys, welcome. Sorry for this late edition on Tuesday. We had La Befana, we had a couple of games of La Befana. Guys, we're going to do something a little different this week. We're going to come up with a little video montage. We're not really going to talk about the scores, all this different kind of stuff. We're just going to go with our opinions, Mercato, the soap opera that is SerieA in the last week. Before we start, I'd like to say thanks to the stereo SerieA radio guys. I went to see them there at
It's the stereo.
Oh, it's the stereo. I went to see them there in Toronto. Nice enough to went out to the Footy Factory. We got a couple of burgers, met the guys, a couple of brewskis.
Not Steve.
Not Steve. Sorry, my Steve. He was busy. But by the way, don't worry. The Red Card Weekly expense account took care of everything. Thank you very much, guys. Really appreciate it. Check them out on Monday nights on Radio Regent. So, Steve, without further ado, I like using big words. Let's start off with the story of the week. As you probably, I don't know if you can see, but I will read out the little captions here. I'm rich, bitches! 909 Raja goes to Roma for half at 9 mil. Steve, you know what? I'm not even going to say a word. Go.
I'm so happy that this saga is over. I could not take it. I couldn't take it on Twitter. I couldn't take it on all the other websites. It was disgusting. We made it seem like Milan was the next coming of Patrick Vieira. One of these midfielders that's going to change the game completely. Roma, yes, they did strengthen their midfield, but where is he going to find playing time with Strootman and De Rossi?
Well, we know that what Taxidis and Bradley seems to be on his way out. Taxidis already has gone out, but again, a defensive midfielder. Now, I don't know, Steve. Look, we always got to look at two sides of the coin. Maybe they have some sort of backup plan.
I don't mind giving him a chance, but they made both Cagliari and every other team involved made this a complete story for no reason. And there's nothing. I have nothing against Milan. He could turn out to become a fantastic player, but in reality, we've seen what he's done at Cagliari. Maybe he's not motivated at Cagliari, and he will be motivated at Roma. First of all, he's got to dress better, because he showed up to sign his contract with a V-neck from H&M, which is going to probably shrink the next time he washes it, full of tats. But where are we going with this?
But you know what? In one way, yes. In this, the perception of him being dressed this way, showing off everything. But I think the question remains for everybody: is where did they get this $18 million price tag for Milan, where Strootman is worth 15? And I'm not saying that Strootman is a far better player than Milan, but I think there will be.
Strootman is a far better player than him.
So I don't know where, Cellino's probably laughing all the way to the bank, but let's see if this pans out. Hopefully for Romanista fans, because you know what, they did take it a bit last kicking. We gotta change subject, because this is our cue. As you guys probably gonna see, the caption is, hey, didn't I fire you? So this was, Lazio obviously every single time. They remember the Rea that he had to give his three resignation letters, and Petkovic fired, Reyes, but Petkovic comes back, no, but I'm not really fired, and this, all of a sudden, now they settled it. Petkovic is fired, Reyes takes over, the day before the game against Inter, he pulls off with the team a 1-0 win, but Lazio, is this a continuation of, we're going to see this every year, there's always Lotito?
This is the Lotito problem. No matter who you're going to find on the bench of Lazio, there's going to always be a problem, because Lotito is mentally deranged. He's mentally deranged. Because this proves to you, maybe they shouldn't have got rid of Reyes in the first place.
Yeah.
Because yes, okay, you won a Coppa Italia. Okay, you went a little bit far in Europa League. But you're back at the stupid same place that you were 3 years ago, 2 years ago, whatever.
Is Reyes going to make a difference, or are they going to battle for the top 6?
It seems like the players, they're not going to battle for the top 6, because they're a little bit behind in that race. Other teams in the second half of the season will adjust themselves and will pick up those points. It'll make it hard for them to get into Europa League. But it's the mentally deranged Lotito that I'm not convinced with, because he's gonna do it again. He's gonna end up firing Reyes, and he's gonna probably hire back Petkovic.
Stefano Mauri is supposed to come back as well. We'll see. I don't know if Lazio's going to be able, but Lazio, even though there's no talk on the mercato, I do believe they have to go get some sort of striker. Maybe Alessandro Matri.
Without Klose, if they take Matri from us, if any team take Matri from Milan, I will be cheering for that team for the rest of my life.
All right, but Lazio, we'll see what happens there in the mercato. Let's see if they can still battle there for the top six. But yes, SerieA is the coach for now. We had a little incident this weekend. Guarin and Mazzari Gorm, the bench ready. I don't know what's going on. I think this was I don't know if he really wants to go to Chelsea. Torrier wasn't seem to be very pleased. I don't know. See, what do you think about this whole situation?
Well, it didn't help that they lost 1-0 to Lazio in a terrible game.
Yeah.
Miroslav Klose got Lazio the 3 points.
Yeah.
With Inter, look guys, let's face it, I'm a Milanese, I hate Inter, but they're having a great season.
Well,
look, they're a point behind Verona.
Yes, but given their players that they have at the moment, yes, but this is the last thing that they needed to get some sort of, like, you know, because Guarin stays, then what happens? You know, we never know what's going on, but maybe we should ask Nima, our friend.
No, you can ask Nima all you want, but let's face it, no one cares about Guarin.
At $25 million, nobody cares about it. You don't
no
think
one's going to pay $25 million for Guarin. And if they do pay $25 million for Guarin, then we could forget about Nainggolan and we're going to start talking about Guarin. Because if Guarin is $25 million, who knows what the rest of these midfielders are gonna go for? The mercato has really totally went mental.
Belfodil, I believe, too, is on a move to West Ham. So I don't know if they believe in Milito to strike Palacios there, but they need some sort of
something
striker.
That I want to address about Mazzari is he's got to stop. And it's not only Mazzari, we'll go on, and we heard it from Garcia as well. These coaches making excuses for their players that are not performing. Yeah. It has to stop. The players need to have some sort of accountability when they don't play well.
Even though, like, you know, maybe you want to call out your players, maybe not the best thing, but
call
sometimes,
them out.
But sometimes you give some extra motivation.
Call them out. Pick up the phone, call them out. It's enough. They're spoiled brats, and I'm telling you, the hierarchy at Inter, the Zanettis, the Cambiasos, who do all kinds of running for them, are really, really pissed off at Guarin right now.
Yes. I don't know if you guys can see here right now. This is Gonalons from Lyon with the president, and it's written in French here. Nous ne sommes pas napolitains. As you guys can see, non siamo napolitani. Refused a $17 million offer from the Laurentis for Gonalons. Supposedly they're mad. Steve, I know you have a lot of bottle of banger. I think it's 2 weeks you want to.
This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. 17 million for a guy that I can't even pronounce his name. 17 million euros. Have you gone mentally insane, Napoli? Thank God this guy here decided to say no to 17 million. Because this guy here, he's no Laurent Blanc.
But is he not the idiot?
He's no Lizarazu.
No, but is he not the idiot?
He's no Marseille Desailly. He's no Patrick Vieira. He's Bolungulu.
Gonalons from, but 17 million. I think I don't know. Maybe it's all these crazy transfer target markets that, you know, with all these, like, even the.
Could it be they're not true? Could it be they're not true? Could it be it's not 17 million? It's 17 million because everybody writes it's 17 million.
But this is what he actually said. He came out in the press conference and said, "I did refuse the Laurentiis $17 million bid. He's 25 years old. But are we going now on potential? I don't understand, but." The fact remains, before we get to our next topic, is that they need a pillar in defense, Napoli, no? They need Cannavaro ain't gonna do it. These guys
what the hell is their youth system doing if Italy cannot produce a pillar in center defense?
I know.
Where have we come as SerieA?
We've got to pay
17 million for a guy that we cannot pronounce his name from France to play center back.
That is, it's a sad fact, but that is what SerieA is right now. And speaking of SerieA and money, should he stay or should he go? Now, Steve, I'm going to ask you this. You are Marotta, so you're cross-eyed, picture yourself. You're Agnelli. You got money. You get 2 offers. 40 million plus Verratti for Pogba from PSG, or you get 30 million, 25, 30 million from Manchester United for Marchisio. You need to make one of those deals. Which one? You got about a minute and a half.
30 million for Marchisio.
And why?
Why? just because Pogba is going to be a fantastic player. As soon as someone takes him under his wing at Juventus and tells him that he needs to properly do his hair, he needs to properly play on both sides of the field, the
Very
complete
true.
line to line.
Still 19 years old, right?
Exactly, still 19 years old, so I can accept all those things. He will be a great player. They've already lost players like Zidane to the Real Madrids for astronomical amounts. As soon as he builds up in value, if Golagon is 17 million, Nainggolan is 18 million, by the time Pogba is mature at their age and is in his prime, he will be $170 million.
Give or take, according to the mercato. But I think I agree with you. It would be Marchisio, even though it hurts to see an Italian league.
It hurts, but Conte has singled Marchisio as the odd man out. Pirlo starts, Pogba starts.
It hurts to say because he's a workhorse. Marchisio is a workhorse, for the Nazionale and for Juventus. But I think I agree with you. As a business, yeah, it would be
business, right now it would be Marchisio, hands down. You could say you're going to get back Verratti, but who knows if Verratti is going to turn out to be a great player.
Exactly.
Pogba is a great player. Now you see that he has the touch, the finesse, and he has the athletic ability to be something great. Hold on to it.
Exactly. So we'll see where Juventus goes with this one. Another sad news SerieA, as we wrote here, ma non è possibile, why always me? Poor Giuseppe Rossi. You know what? The positive out of this, from the Ronaldo the tackle, we thought he had needed surgery. I think maybe another 6 months out, but last reports I read was about 6 to 7 weeks out. But in one way, for Fiorentina, yes, it sucks for them. Gomez is supposed to come back soon, but don't we wish to see both these guys play together? Yeah. I hope he's ready for the World Cup, Steve.
Yeah, I want him to be ready for the World Cup. I found they were a bit harsh on the Livorno player.
Yeah, he tried to say sorry.
Look, he tried to say sorry. These are tackles that are going to happen. This is soccer. It's not ballerina, ladies and gentlemen. There's going to be tackles like that. Even if he did, there has to be some nastiness in the game.
Yeah.
These players who are technically and tactically superior, the ones that are not need to even things out, and the nastiness has to come back in the game. Okay? I'm sorry that it's Giuseppe Rossi, but look, guys, he could have turned the corner and he could have popped his knee again.
True.
Yeah, because the last 2 times it happened, he turned the corner, he took a run, came back too early, and he popped his knee again. So it could have happened that way, it could have happened the other way. Do I encourage those tackles? No. Myself, when I played at a lower level, of course, I like the rough stuff. I like it. I enjoy it.
You're like Claudio Gentili, to say.
It has to happen. That's part of the game. That's how you atone to being a great person. Messi, he gets destroyed all the time. Balotelli, he gets destroyed all the time. He's taking advantage of it, but he gets destroyed all the time.
True, but
Neymar, he gets destroyed all the time.
Do you think if he comes back by, let's say, end of February, beginning of March, he will be fit for the World Cup?
He will need some playing time. I think that they will decide to take him no matter what. I hope he does not make the same mistake he made in the Euro, where he came back too early and he popped his knee again.
We got 3 clips about Milan. I got a special one for Steve at the end. We got about 50 seconds. We got Sushi and Sapporo at Milanello. A great addition to Milan. Do we believe the hype, Steve? I know we haven't seen him play. We know he's a great player, great talent, but does he have the players around him to make a success of the second half?
Look, I know that nowadays, maybe it's because look, I'm going to be 33 years old.
20 seconds.
Maybe. He's going to be a great player, but you overuse the word great. It takes a lot to be a great player.
Exactly.
He's a good player. All the hype, look, Milan need all the hype that they need.
Yeah, definitely.
But he has talent. Will he be great? Great for me. It has to be more than something just...
Yeah, I think we would agree on that one. Ricky, Kaká, with 100 goals, 101st goals. Brazil, here I come is what I wrote. If Kaká continues the...
Great.
If Kaká continues, yeah.
This is great.
Yeah, definitely. And at his age right now, Kaká is some sort of rebirth. Francis 3 years out.
Shevchenko, Pippo Inzaghi, Kaká.
And
what's the difference? Kaká is the only one that's not a striker.
And does Kaká make the World Cup if he continues like this?
Of course, he has no choice. If I'm Felipe Scolari and I see Kaká playing like this, rejuvenated and wanting to play soccer again, instead of the depressed mode that he was when we sent him to Real Madrid, he has to be on my team. Even off the bench, he's good. Could you imagine? Oh my God, I'm gonna throw up. I'm gonna throw up.
So this is Steve's surprise. Allegri is leaving FML. We all know about how. So look, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna leave off because obviously you guys know we don't have a cameraman. I gotta get up. My red card of the week. Unfortunately, I really love you, Totti, but your little comments about the Quest'aiutini, the referees, I think it was a bad comment to make by Totti. You put everybody on edge, and Roma hanno perso.
Not only by edge, it was humongous. If I was Conte, I was gonna take that clip and put it by 36 by 46, and I was gonna plaster it all over the Juventus locker room because you don't give the champions bulletin board material.
Exactly. So unfortunately for Totti, that's your red card, Steve. I put the video on pause here, so I'm gonna let you just rant for a couple of minutes with your red card, and guys, we'll see each other in probably by Sunday.
Yeah, Matthew. That's not even my red card. This guy has some serious problems because he gets the start over a Mario Balotelli who had the flu. Whatever. Anyways, he had the flu. He does nothing. He created nothing. He did no runs. Nothing. Zero.
He did clap a couple of times, Steve.
Hey, $11 million wasted on a guy who claps. Matri, if someone takes Matri, this mercato is going to be the best mercato in the world. Because when we signed him, I was even more infuriated than when we were going to sign Nainggolan. Because this is not what we needed. Pazzini needs to play. He needs to go. And he's gone. My red card for this week is to the coaches, again, like I said, who are not putting their players and making them accountable for what they're doing bad on the pitch. Mazzari, not calling out his players, not even calling them out, just saying, look, we did not show up today. We did not show up, we'll go back to the pitch, we will work on it, and we will come back better in the next game. No, he blamed the refs. Garcia, his team didn't even show up. Totti gave the bulletin board material to Juventus, and Roma decided not to show up. Yes, some people are going to tell me, but they had possession. They had possession, as we saw, with Barcelona, means nothing if you don't put the ball behind the net. And then after, once they got scored on, they cracked, and it was over. So all the Romanistas, they cracked, and it was over. It was a choker. Rudy Garcia, what does he say? He says, our goal was not to win the Scudetto. Our goal was to finish in Europe. You know what, Rudy? I would swear right now, but I'm not going to swear. Because there's something that has to change at Roma if you want to be champions. And I'm going to leave the last one to Allegri. Because Allegri, this week, by some divine intervention of La Befana, because it had to be only her, did not bring him slippers and oranges. They brought him Suli Montari suspended.
Steve, stop making me laugh. I'm shaking this camera.
Montolivo injured. All that, and finally he starts Cristante. Who, with a little bit of research and the help from the guys from SerieA, has a Canadian passport. He's Canadian. The kid wants to play. Saponara needs to play. Cristante needs to play. You guys were looking for Nainggolan. What does Allegri say? He doesn't say, look, I started the kid, he performed well for me, that's great. No. He says, I have been seeing Cristante, Saponara, we'll include him in there too, growing over the past 2 months. I even considered starting him in the game against Roma or the derby. Cristante did not play a second. He started Saponara. So that's bullshit, Allegri. It happened by a divine miracle that everything worked in your favor and you discovered that the kid could actually play on the big level. So let the youth play. All these coaches, you guys need to be straight to the fans because the fans are not dumb. We see right through you. I'm out. Take it easy. We'll see you on Sunday.
Ciao, guys.